Welcome to the Hecht Effect with certified financial planner professional Nancy Hecht.
Here today again with Nancy Hecht, certified financial planner. Nancy, always great to talk to you.
It's nice to talk to you also.
I'm always smarter when we finish our conversation. Always.
Okay, I'll take credit for that.
When it comes to long-term care, that is something everyone has to think about, sadly.
Yeah.
Tell me when it comes to saving money, investing, etc., why should we be thinking about long-term care?
Well, if you know anybody who's gone through being in an assisted living or full nursing, you're looking at, on average, maybe $8,500 a month in expenses, which is a lot of money.
Stop for a second. $8,500 a month.
And that may be low.
Wow. So how do we get to where we can handle that?
Well, there's actually two ways to fund for the long-term care. One is a long-term care policy and one is a long-term care contract. And
Right.
let me tell you the difference. So long-term care policy is like any other insurance policy. You're contracting for a specific benefit, $100 a day, $200 a day, $500 a day, and you pay a premium. Most long-term care policies or contracts will have a period of time where you have to pay out of pocket, generally 60 days, 90 days, something like that. Long-term care policies will pay differently, whether it's adult daycare, assisted living, full nursing. Full nursing will get more in the way of a daily benefit than, say, adult daycare will. What I've seen over the years is for people that came to me with long-term care policies, they've gotten notification from the insurance company that either their insurance premiums are going to go up or their benefits are going to be decreased. Which one do they care to deal with?
Wow.
A long-term care contract is exactly that. It's a contract.
Right.
And you can either make a lump sum deposit into it or you can make regular payments into it, but you are contracting for a specific service.
Right.
A lot of what I'm looking at on those lines is people contracting for monthly benefits as opposed to daily benefits.
Right.
And one of the companies that I use pays the same monthly benefit, whether it's home health care or full nursing care. And for some of the items, has zero elimination, which means from day one of diagnosis, they start paying.
Okay.
With the contracts that I like also, there's different features that you can get, such as being tax-deferred growth of the money.
Right.
And death benefit. So if you take out this policy because you want the peace of mind, 15 years goes by, everybody's happy, healthy, you want to pull some of the cash out of there, you pull the cash out. It's your money. You
Right.
could use it. So you have use of dollars through either the cash or through long-term care, or if there's benefit left, it goes in the term of death benefit to the client, to the
Right.
beneficiaries.
Right.
So I prefer a contract better because it is exactly that and cannot change unless you as the investor change the contract. And you always have use of dollars. I had a dad who passed away at 50.
Mm-hmm.
Long-term care would have done nothing
Right.
under a classic policy.
Right.
Something like the contract that has death benefits certainly would have left a legacy for my mother.
Makes sense.
So I prefer more use of dollars.
It's a good point. So you're really not losing anything at that point, is what you're saying.
No.
Right.
No, there's always a use of the dollars.
Right.
Whether you're using it for long-term care, just using it for cash, or you die peacefully in your sleep, then there's death benefit that goes.
Right. That makes sense.
But either way, that's the most affordable, whether it's a policy or a contract, funding for long-term care versus not is
Right.
the better option.
Makes sense. So let's say I'm 45 years old.
Mhm.
When should I be thinking about long-term care and actually, making that a part of my life?
Well, at age 45, you have a couple different features that somebody could get that's older.
Right.
So if you're under age 70 with one of the companies that I do business with, you can get 100% return of dollars that you deposit
Right.
from day one. So there's no surrender charges or anything like that
Right.
classically go along with insurance types of policies.
Right.
And you can get, at a younger age, you can get a higher interest rate accruing on the cash that you have in that tax-deferred bucket.
Sense. Right.
Long-term care contracts are generally written up to age 80.
Okay.
So the younger you are, the better health you're in, the more benefit for dollar invested you will get.
Right. And obviously, there's more money on the back end, correct?
Right.
More money that
Well,
you can
because
access.
there's time
There's
that
time.
the dollars are
Right.
accruing
Right.
and accruing on a tax-deferred basis.
Is this an investment?
Well, the one that I like, the contract has that fixed annuity bucket with it,
Right.
as well as the long-term care bucket
Right.
or the death benefit.
Right.
So you could look at it as the protection with these features. You could look at it as a life insurance policy that has long-term care or cash accumulation.
Right.
The primary focus is long-term care benefits sometime in the future.
And when you plan these things out, you're planning these things out separately than, let's say, my traditional investment or my 401k or my, and why would I want to do that? Because to me, as I'm investing in long-term, having money when I retire, et cetera, retirement, I should be thinking of this separately, correct?
You should. And I think a lot of it is dependent on family history
Right.
and lifestyle.
Right. That's a good point.
Are you living a healthy life? Is long-term care potentially in your future or not?
Right.
Do you have inherited diseases that you've seen every previous family member
Right.
in some type of care facility?
I think everybody fits into that bucket. Sadly, we all have diseases that we're going to inherit. But so the only reason I ask that is as I become more educated with how to utilize my money in the future, one of the things I was always thinking about is I don't want to deplete all of my dollars for care, right?
Right.
And if I do want to leave something behind, how do I do that? So if someone wants to set up a long-term care plan, what should they do?
Well, they
obviously call you.
Well, yeah, yeah. So, of course, you have to have your other ducks in a row first. You need to have a good cash reserve. You need to have done as much as you comfortably can do for your retirement savings. And this is, long-term care to me is like the toe of the sock kind of money. You're planning for something that may happen.
Right.
Hopefully it will not happen.
Right.
So you need to actually shop your options and see, is it affordable? Is it something that you want to do? Is it something that you need to do? Everybody's different.
I think it's something everyone should look into, though.
Well, yes, definitely looking into.
And the reason is because, again, it's that unknown, and the last thing you want to do is become, deplete of money because of the unknown. So,
well, yeah, and another unknown is, some idiot on the road.
Good point.
Changing the course of your life.
That's a great
I talked
point.
about, family history.
Accidents. Yeah.
But yeah, some idiot on the road could,
Right.
You
Change your entire life.
Terry
financially.
Shivo, if you remember that.
I remember.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And talk about long-term care. Wow.
Right.
Well, listen, it's a fantastic conversation that I think everybody should be having.
Yeah.
Because again, it doesn't come off the tip of our tongue every single day. So everybody should be looking into long-term care. Great talking to you as usual. Thank you for educating me. I'm getting better and better every single day.
Thank you.
If you have questions, contact Nancy Hecht at nancy@financialgroup.com. Thanks for listening to The Hecht Effect with certified financial planner professional Nancy Hecht.